Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel, Aussie Dad Life. Hope you're all keeping well. If you could do me a favour, hit that subscribe button, that'd be really good. What I'm going to do tonight is revisit the vacuum. So from the last video, a bit of a high level view. This one I'm going to actually get into it, tip out a heap of stuff on the bench, show you what it looks like vacuuming up on sort of hard material floors, and also like a car mat so that you can see what works best. I've also rated the wife's vacuum here. Took some of the other bits that didn't come with the vacuum that I got from Bunnings, the Ozito, just to see if these sort of different type of heads will make much of a difference. So yeah, let's get into it. Anyway, you'll switch views and you'll be looking straight down. Alright, so you can never have too many different vacuum heads. So this is the one that comes from the factory, from the Ozito kit. It's got a hard rubber lip and it's got the dust brushes, the stiff bristles on the side. First one we'll also start with is just the pointy nozzle. This one I've stolen from, I said, inside. This is a lot softer brush, these bristles, but it's bristles on both sides, and it's got some little wheels on it. The other one, as you can see here, doesn't have brushes. You're just pushing it across the floor. And the last one is this little upholstery cleaner, I believe they're called. So it's got just some little light bristles there, but only, a couple of inches wide. So let's get stuck into it. Alright, so as you can see, that one chewed that up, no problems at all with the pointy nose. We'll throw up some more dirt. Oh, and the attachment fits on like it's easy. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're switching to the head that come with it, the factory one from Ozito. Alright, so you can see this one, you had to obviously move it back and forth for it to suck up, and the dust will go in there, through dust and dirt and sand will go in through the slots that are there. Not too bad. Alright, switching to the Miele home vacuum setup. Alright, you can see there that it did an alright job, but still a fair bit of stuff caught up in them, obviously because these are quite soft, these bristles. There's a lot of sand jammed up in them. Alright, so we've got the trusty car mat here. I've vacuumed this all down as clean as I can sort of get it. As you can tell there, it's all pretty good. So first one, and you know, I'll give it a bit of a smush in because sand likes to stick. Alright, as you can see, it's done a pretty good job. There's only a very small amount of sand on there. So I'm actually pretty impressed with that from a sand perspective, picking that up with that, as opposed to, even if you wanted to get more, I suppose you could use, you know, that one. Probably the quickest bang for your buck. Alright, get some dirt. Grind that in there. Alright, let's give it the flip test. Nothing, just a tiny little bit of sand. Tiny little bit. So, overall, I think this is probably the only thing that you should have got with the kit. Or if you've got to go and raid the home vacuum, because that makes it a lot easier than using this. Yep, about the same as the other brush. So, you know, the two of them side by side, not much difference, might be a little bit quicker. This obviously get into a bit tighter spots. Alright, let's pretend this is your carpet at home, or a rug out in the yard. Right, so nothing. That's done a really good job as well. I'm actually really surprised with this. Obviously those stiff bristles and that sort of helps fluff up and then release everything that's trapped in there. So, you know, overall, for 50 bucks, you buy that one extra attachment, and I think you've got a really handy little vacuum for around in the shop tidying up, getting in between cracks, and maybe the one with the little bristles on the end there, you know, so for vacuuming around, getting the dust out and everything else. Thumbs up. Alright, so thanks again watching Aussie Dad Life. Hope you found this review informative. Like I said, for 50 bucks, it's done a pretty amazing job on the carpets and on the hard stuff. Even the cheap head, which I thought wasn't really going to be much chop, should clean up a garage, no problems at all, or any of the equipment that you want to do outside. So anyway, thanks again for watching. If you could subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.